Thanks, Bryant. Last Friday, 2 members of a militia group were arrested in Georgia on charges of conspiracy and possession of unregistered explosive devices. Initial reports said it involved a plot to blow up Olympic sites. That proved to be false, but the fact that it was on everyone's mind exposed the real concern that this summer's Atlanta Olympics could be a target for terrorism. Jeff Beatty is a security expert with experience in 3 Olympic Games, including this summer's. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning.
How concerned should we be?
Well, I think that there's reason for a general level of concern when you have this kind of activity occurring within 100 days and within 100 miles of the site of the Olympics.
There's no specific threat yet, which you say makes the situation even more problematic.
Exactly. While there's not a specific threat identified yet, when we have something like what happened this past Friday pop up, we have to put it in context, and that is that our government's record is about 1 in 3 in being able to prevent and detect such incidents. If you just do the math, that means there may be a couple of other incidents out there yet that we have not identified specifically.
I know that you have numbers that indicate that there will be 2 successful terrorist attacks if things aren't changed. How do you come up with those numbers?
Well, it's several different formulas, and it's not quite as dramatic. It's rather dry to come up with it, but it's based on the number of groups that are involved. I mean, we have only almost 200 militia-type groups in the United States, so it's looking at the total number of domestic and international groups who may choose the Olympic time frame to make their point.
Why hasn't more been done, A, and B, what should be done in your estimation?
I think we can learn a lot from Barcelona. They took a holistic approach towards this. They dedicated about 40% of the resources towards the protection of the Olympic venues, and that's what people need to understand. The Olympics, when we talk about the Olympics, there are 50 athletic sites in an Olympic village. Then Barcelona took about 40% of the security resources and put them in protection of what we call the open sector, major hotels, places where people congregate, places where visitors spend most of their time, not at the games. And then about 20% in protection of infrastructure. Why we haven't done that yet is because we have very recent and limited experience with terrorism, but I think now's the time to adopt Barcelona's model.
We should point out the Olympic Committee, or the folks in Atlanta, feel very confident in their security measures thus far.
Absolutely. They are going to do a wonderful job. I mean, they've got a budget in the tens of millions of dollars and over 10,000 security personnel to protect just these 50 sites.
But you're concerned with the area outside the 50 sites.
Exactly.
Okay.
Incidents like Friday show us that the weapons they were talking about would be, in fact, most effective in that open sector.
All right, Jeff Beatty. Thanks very much, Jeff.
You're welcome.